Get ready for the show, it's about to begin. Pro fan talk when we dive right in. Sports talk, hot takes, ain't nothing we lack. We the real fans, nothing holding us back. Mic check, 1, 2, y'all know the drill. We bringing the energy, we keep it real. From touchdowns on the grid, on the slam dunks on the court. Every sport, every game, we holding down the fort. We breaking down the plays, dissecting the stats. Pro fan talk, we keeping it fat. Debating with passion, no filter, no doubt. We the voice of the fans, we scream and we shout.
What's up? What's going on, good people? What's going on, good people? Man, I had to get some film study in tonight. Had to get some film study in tonight, especially in lieu of all of the injuries and stuff that we have. Oh my goodness. I was like, I gotta get it in tonight because so tired of it. Let me first of all, what's going on? Carlos, first out the limo, as usual. Appreciate you, bro. Darth Panda, Alex, appreciate you. Chris Bruce, appreciate you. Everybody that's in, we're gonna have more people coming. I see Ewing 609. Hey. Everybody. We glad you got to the meeting on time. Sit in the front. We're gonna have a little study tonight. But before we get into that, I wanted to show this because this is what triggered me. This is what triggered me right here. All right. This is what I want to show you. Let me see if I can get there to it. Hold on. There we go. This is what triggered me right here. I hope y'all can hear this. I'm gonna try to turn my computer up all the way so y'all can hear this. There we go. This is the nonsense that triggered me. Let me move this down. Let me close that. I got so many damn things open right now. All right. This is Trey Wingo, and I'm not hating on Trey Wingo. I like Trey Wingo. He is one of the guys at ESPN that I like to watch. I like his basketball stuff, but I don't have no problem with him. I know he ain't trying to, clickbait and all that type of stuff. However, when I see stuff like this, that lets me know that he ain't watching games. He's not watching the games. When you make comments like this is where you get people are shoveling stats in front of your face. You're not watching the game.
And as we told you on this podcast in August, the Saquon Barkley you saw last year ain't showing up. He's averaging over 70 yards less per game on the ground than he was a year ago. That's what 370 carries does for you.
Nah.
So we try to tell you these things based on historical context, not on being a prisoner of the moment or what's happening right now in week 3, as opposed to what happened in week 5. The longer view is always the better view. And the Eagles offense is going to struggle this year because they're just not going to get the same unbelievable production from Saquon Barkley that they were able to get last year. So,
all right. So that right there is what set me off. And I was like, they ain't watching tape. Not watching tape. So let me switch to my let me see. There we go. Let me get back to getting it how it should be. There we go. All right, we're gonna watch a little film tonight. We in it to win it. So let me get my drawing board up. I got my tablet. I'm looking at other things for the chat, so I'm not going to be as involved in the chat, but I will try to I got my iPad over here, so I will see some of your questions. I'm probably not going to pop them up on screen, but I will acknowledge you and try to answer some of your questions. So if you got questions, still put them in the chat, and I'm going to try to get with them. But Trey Wingo and a lot of other people, that's the narrative. Saquon just had a heavy load last year, and he ain't got it like he had it last year, and his production is so bad, you're not going to get the same back. And I'm like, blah, blah, blah. Y'all not watching the games. The problem is the offensive line. Y'all been rocking with me in the chat. How long have I been saying that? It's not Kevin Patullo. It's not Jalen Hurts. It's not A.J. Brown. It's not Saquon Barkley. It is the offensive line. Cam Jurgens is hurt. I thought it was his back. It's his knee, I believe. So Cam Jurgens, whatever it is, back, knee, a combination of both, whatever. That's problem number one. Problem number two is Landon Dickerson at left guard. His knee is jacked up, so he's not at 100%. That's problem number two. Problem number three is the backup at left guard. Toth, he has not been playing well at left guard. He actually, in my opinion, played a little bit better at center than he did at guard. But you will see in some of these plays, I got about 15 or so plays from the Vikings game. You'll understand what I'm saying. It ain't Saquon. And the last part about it is, and again, this is just from looking at tape, and you can put it, I'm looking at this game versus the Vikings. Jordan Mailata didn't have his best game. And when you combine all of that stuff, that's the catalyst of our headaches trying to run the ball. Saquon was making moves, making guys miss just to get back to the line of scrimmage. So I understand what narrative they have out there. We just not getting good enough. The run game, you're not watching it. Our offensive, we are losing games in the trenches. The two games that we lost in the trenches. And it's a shame that you got somebody like Saquon back there and we can't even get the handoff and you already got some people in the backfield. Remember what I told you. We are losing the get off. Y'all know what the get off is. We are losing the get off, right? We are losing this right here. This is the problem. That's the problem right there. We are losing this battle on the line of scrimmage. Everything else, trying to get in the backfield, running our pass patterns, trying to find the open zones, that's all well and good, but it don't matter if we don't establish this line of scrimmage right here. And we getting our head kicked in. And it's always one block here, one block there. And if it was a little bit better, maybe Saquon could have sprung it here, sprung it there. Now, don't get it twisted. Saquon has made a couple of questionable decisions, or it might be some things that were open if he would have took another route. The problem is it would go away from the play, meaning once again, he would have to do something out of the ordinary to hit a gap or to cut it back. And that's not what you want. Your first option is you want to be able to hit the hole and run the play where it's meant to be run. You don't want to have to wait for him to cut it back, shake a linebacker, does all of this stuff, and then we ended up with a 2-yard gain. Because that's what's been happening. So let's take a look. We're gonna get into it. I see I'm kind of behind the chat over there. Let me try something real quick. Let me flip it. I'll flip it on the other side. That way I'm not in front of the chat board. All right, that looks better. All right. So let's check this out. You know what? I'll even go a little bit bigger because I have some room over here. All right, so let's check this out. Let's clear everything. Let's clear the board. So this is the first play, the first run plan. So let's look at this right here. You got a 3-by-1 set. You got 3 receivers on the high side, and you got 1 tight end down below, right? So you got let me see if I can draw on this. There we go. So you got 1, 2. Pencil. There we go. So we got 1, 2, 3, right? So you got 3 right here. And then you got, let me see, 1, 2, that's the tight end. And here's another tight end, right? So you got an ace formation. And thank you, under center. I want to see Jalen under center a lot more. And you guys know how I feel about that. You got these linebackers here. That's not a linebacker, that's a DB. But when you got these 2 linebackers here, they are looking at the ball, right? And linebackers instinctively see ball, get ball. So when Jalen sticks his hand out for that fake or to get a handoff, watch what the linebackers do. They're moving as soon as they see that ball in the air. There they go. He's almost at the line of scrimmage, and he's moving over this way. So, but this is what I want to show you right here. Let's go. See if we can stop it right here. I want to see right when Saquon gets the ball in his hands. AJ Brown comes over, boom, right there. So he just got the ball in his hands. All right. Now let's remember. Here's your line of scrimmage right there. Now, we're already behind the line of scrimmage. So we're not moving anybody forward. Right? We're not going this way. We need to be going this way. Everybody's on their heels. We're getting driven the wrong way. So, but let's see what happens. Right? I see where they're trying to go. Remember, a running back, we always want to see, this is good right here. When you see your offensive lineman's back, you run off that block. So if they keep going this way, right, we should have a lane right here. This guy's right here. This guy might be interference. It looks like that's Fred Johnson. He's going to get this guy right here. Lane's got engaged. Now, this guy, Lane, looks like he's already beat across his face. So this guy's already in the backfield. Lane does not have a good angle, so this guy's probably going to come right here. So the problem is, this looks like this is where the hole should be. Jurgens might come off and get 51 right here. Fred has got this guy right here. So Saquon should have this lane and possibly a cutback, and he might be able to split this guy, go right up the middle. He could break these tackles. And then he's one-on-one with this guy. That's what you want optimally, based on what I'm seeing and based on where it looks like the hole might be. He might try to punch it up, just lower his shoulders and try to bust through here and get what you can get. But what I'm looking at is, if this was the line of scrimmage, what's the rule? We got to get at least 3 or 4 yards. Because knowing with us, with the tush push, we're going to go four plays. So we got to get at least 3 yards. So we got to be 1, 2, 3. We got to be right here, at least to make this a productive play. Saquon shoots through there, and we get about 7 yards. We get about 7 yards on that play. That's doable. All right, let's see what we got next. All right, what's our formation? We got 1, 2. So we got a tight up top, tight set up top. You got let me see. Looks like we got 2 tight ends. So we got a tight end here, So we tight up top right here. And then you got your twins down here. So that's some people call it a 21 because you got 2 receivers, 1 back, but you got a 2x2, 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom, and 1 back. Gun formation. Let's see what happens. You got 4 men on the line of scrimmage. You got a DB up. So you got 6 men in the box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 men in the box. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we 7 on 7. That's the running back's man. So we 7-on-7. We should be able to have this block. We should be able to have this block. Let's see what happens. Gets the handoff. Looks like we got a little pocket. Looks like we got a little pocket right here. Kind of like the way this is looking. What does Saquon do with it? Now, let's run it through. Let's run it through first. All right. Let's see it again. Fred Johnson tap Jurgens. Go, 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 go. Now, what I would have liked to have seen. Stop. Now, this is where I'm quarterbacking. So I'm couch quarterbacking after the fact. So you look at Goddard up here. Obviously, this is where the play is supposed to go. He's supposed to find a way in there. So it looks like he's either going to go hit it hard here. Maybe you have a cutback lane right here, and I believe he takes the cutback lane. But this guy gets across. I don't know who that is. I think that's Fred Johnson. This guy gets across his face. Yeah, is that Johnson or Steen? I think that's Steen. He gets across his face. He doesn't get this guy right there. This guy makes the play. Now watch. He doesn't get any movement. He gets stalemated. If he gets movement, or if at the very least, he gets his hips around and gets his back between him and the ball carrier, you might have a small lane right here that Saquon can try to blast through. You might. And he takes that, but we don't get it. And look at that. Look at that. If he can get his hips around and drive this guy this way, all you need is a little bit of seam. All you need is 13 inches, man. And then you got Saquon in all of this space right here. I'm going to take that bet. This guy is back. This guy is coming up. I'll take Saquon against these two. This guy's on his way up. He's on his way up. So he's going to tackle him on the side. So Saquon can either shake him or run through him. This is the guy that Saquon is probably going to have to deal with one-on-one that should probably make a tackle or at least the assist. Because I think just the way, if he gets this lane, Saquon can beat this guy, make him miss, do something, maybe even cut it back this way and take it to the house. But you never get that chance because we don't get this block. It started out good, but he stalemated him. He doesn't move his hips, and he just kind of drifts right over into the hole, and Saquon's pretty much got to lower the shoulder and runs into him instead of running into this guy or this guy. He's taken care of. Let me see. Let's run it through. Bam. Man, if you could just get through that right there. Yep, Tyler Steen. One block away. One block away. It may not have been a touchdown, but you could have got 5 or 6 yards on that play. Easy. I know. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. Let me look in the chats real quick before I go forward. What's up, Chris 3K? What's up, Darth Panda? Don't like what Steen does there. He's too quick to move to the second level before Lane gets a good block. Yeah. A lot of timing issues on this one. Let me see. Yeah, that's Steen. Yeah, I figured it was Steen. I kept saying Johnson. That's my bad. Center gets pushed too. Absolutely. The center is the main keystone, and Cam Jurgens has not been good because he's hurt. And I know some people say, well, I would rather have 85% of Cam Jurgens because he's better than, well, that's not the case right now. We need Cam Jurgens to get healthy. Cam Jurgens ain't playing this week. Landon Dickerson ain't playing this week. Brandon Graham's not playing this week. AJ Brown's not playing this week. We got a lot of major players out. So we are going to find out this week if we got good backups or we just got a bunch of guys. That's what we're going to find out this weekend. Do we have good backups or do we have just a bunch of guys? Are the backups for the Eagles better than the starters for the Giants? That's what we're going to figure out. It's got to be somebody that's a backup that should be starting somewhere else. And this is how you figure it out. This is where you measure. All right, let's see what we got here. We got the same formation again. You got everybody bunched up top. You got Dallas Goedert right here. And then you got 1 and 2. And you got a one on the outside here. So you got a 3-by-1 set. I like this. I love it when a running back is in ace formation, 7 to 7.5 yards deep. He's actually 8 yards deep because there's a line of scrimmage. He is 8 yards deep. That's beautiful. That's plenty of room to see what you got to see. Plenty of room to see what you got to see. If I'm a betting man, he's getting the ball to his left, to the strong side. So let's see what happens. Pitch. There we go. Already somebody missed the block, but we run past them. Somebody missed the block, but we ran past them. Now, me, honestly, with that pitch, watch this. Watch this. Just gets the ball in his hands. What do you see? Do you see like I see it? You Saquon Barkley. All right? You Saquon Barkley. I don't mind this. Run it. Stretch it outside, race them to the sideline and go. You got the skills to do that. There's nothing for you in here. What they say in the Lord of the Rings, the way is shut. The dead keep it. But I understand what he saw. I understand what he saw. I understand his decision process. Back here. So you see another back. So you got the 2 tight ends. You see their backs. So if I'm a running back, that's the lane right there. Right? He's going this way. He's going this way. He's got a block. He is going here. So you got a lane right here. But it looks like Dickerson is chasing. 97 is going this way. So he's going to be in the gap. So possibly you got a cutback lane. But this guy's kind of like it. It looks like he's going to go hard this way, but he kind of comes downhill and he can kind of play either way. Like he can jump in and out of that gap. See what I mean? You see how this dude was kind of hesitating? So he made Saquon second guess about the cutback because you had a lane there. And then once again, you dealing with the safety. I will take Saquon versus a safety. But good job by 59. Saquon sticks with it, hits the hole, but look who he's staring in the face right here. But he gets through the tackle. He gets through the tackle. We end up getting like 7, 8 on this play. 6 or 7. Let me see what we get. We got about 7 yards on that play. I'm good with that. That's a positive play. But look what happens if Saquon would have stayed dedicated to outside. Now, it's easy to say that now, but I'm looking at this with, I think that's Jahan Dotson. I can't tell if that's Jahan Dotson or Smitty. I can't see the shoes. But if Saquon goes wide out here, this guy's probably going to take off. And I don't know if he can hold him. So, I might have a little bit of wishful thinking. But I still want to see him race to the outside, get as wide as he can, and beat this guy to the sideline. And you just have to hurry up, get to the sideline, and maybe you can get 4 to 5 yards, and you kind of get the same way. But the threat of breaking the long one or this guy missing the tackle, this guy making somebody miss, I like the odds better, and then you step out of bounds. Maybe you get a little bit more. I don't know. So I understand what he did. I wish he would have stuck to the outside, in my opinion. But I can't get mad at it because you got 6 yards on it. Can't get mad at that. That was AJ out there. So all right, let's see what we got. We in ace formation again. Love it, love it, love it. We in ace. But we in this funky setup. We in this funky setup because you got your 2 out here. You got your 1 and your 2. Then you got your tight end in a slot a little bit outside the tackle. And then you got a gap. Then you got another tight end down on the other side. And you can tell that's Dallas Goedert because he sit down like he taking a shit on the line of scrimmage. He's always lined up that way. His stance is I don't know. You coming out too low, you can never get leverage on the guy. He can just come down on top of you. And I don't know, maybe it's different for him. But let's see what we got. Ace formation, 8 yards deep, 7 yards deep. Shift over. All right, he's going to the right. Trying to zone him out. All right, that ain't good. 51 comes off of AJ. I don't know if this was supposed to be an RPO, but Saquon cuts it all the way back, severe cutback, but barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. Barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. Who gets beat? That defensive end is coming from that left side. He's about to make the play right here. That's what I'm saying. This looks like this could have been an RPO. Because watch what AJ Brown does. Watch what AJ does with the guy. Why does he engage and then lets him go? He goes inside, he engages, then he lets him go, then he takes off. So I don't know what the, but let's see who makes the play. There's nothing there play side. Everybody gets stood up. Look, no movement. No movement on the offensive line. There's the ball. So that's the line of scrimmage. Now look at that. This is where everybody is after the play. Saquon's got the ball. And we are a yard to 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And we got this guy coming. So Saquon sees him. So he knows he's not going that way. He would have to put a severe move on this guy and then bounce it outside. And hopefully Smitty can get this guy. That ain't going to happen. They are already in the backfield. Nowhere to go. Saquon changes direction because you see 51 coming. This looks like it might be open, except this guy's coming to field. Nothing there. And then the defensive tackle ends up making the tackle. Big 93. This guy right here ends up making the tackle. That's Mailata. He just throws him off, goes make the tackle. That was what? No gain or a tackle for a loss? Ugh. It wasn't pretty. All right, let's see what we got. All right, we got another 2x2 set. Tight ends coming over. Gun formation. We in gun right. This is a 21 set. You got two wide receivers at the top, 2 at the bottom. So to me, that's a twins. You got 1, 2. You got 1, 2. I'm gonna call this the live side because you got Saquon and Devontae down here. Not Saquon, but AJ. And this is gun right formation. So it looks like they're in man coverage. This guy's right here. This guy's right here. This guy's right here. This guy, he's peeking at the tight end. Let's see what happens. They bail at the last minute. Saquon's going to the left. Now it looks like we got a lane right here. Looks like we got a lane, right? This guy's getting caught up. I don't know if this guy's going to curl, what he's going to do. He busts through there. Ooh, if he'd have kept his feet, that'd have been a touchdown. Got away with a holding right here. Sometimes we get away with it too. Saquon keeps his feet. I think he's still running, or at the very least, he gets another 10 yards maybe. And then he fumbles the ball after he hits the ground. Got to keep that ball in there, man. So watch it again. He's got a lane. And he hits the hole. This is a good play. Got about 11 yards on this. Can't complain. All right, what we got here? Tight front. Look how tight we are. Again, you got all of these people bunched up. 1, 2, 3. We're trying to bring the defense in. We're trying to keep everybody. We got a lot of room out here if you can get there. And then you got one man to beat. You got a single high safety right there. He's matched up right here. And there ain't nobody else out there. So what happens? You got to pitch to the left. All that bitching and moaning I did about pitching outside. This is not, it looks like a lane, but that's not a lane because this guy has got his hands extended so he can either go outside or inside. Now, normally, he wants to go outside to force Saquon to come inside because the inside is where the help is. So I'm looking at him right here. His head is back. His body does not look like he's in a good a good situation. Let's see how this works out. Cuts it back, makes somebody miss, and you manage to get what, 4 yards on the play? Yep, 4 or 5 yards. Got to live with it. He got 4.5 yards. Yep. So not bad. All right. We got Twins at the bottom. And they're wide. So you got AJ outside the numbers. He is almost basically in the slot. And then you got your tight end up here. 1, 2. You got 2 tight ends on the 2 tights. Right here. Here's your single ace formation. Which way you think we going? Oh, Lord have mercy. This is what you call a jailbreak. Good Lord. Let's see where the handoff is. Boom. There's the handoff. What the hell? 1, 2, 3, 4. You got 4 guys behind the line of scrimmage. This dude right here can damn near get the handoff. Saquon is already in trouble. Oof. And that's coming from, is that Jurgens or Dickerson? I think Dickerson was at center at this point. Yeah, Dickerson was at center. And he just gets beaten across his face. I mean, that was a hard. I see, here's the thing. I don't know. Actually, I wish I could have got the end zone view of this. But this guy's is he in the 3-eye technique? He's outside of the guard. He's in the guard tackle gap. So I guess my question is, I can't tell if that's Jurgens or not or Dickerson. But in any case, why is he coming way over here when you got a man head up? Maybe I saw that wrong. Let me run this through again. Yeah, the center tried to come all the way over and reach that man that was lying in the guard tackle gap. That makes no sense. Now, to me, I don't know if he made the wrong call on the line of scrimmage. If Jalen should have slid the line to the left, maybe a Louis call. I mean, technically that's what they did, but why would you? The guard should get that guy, not the center. That's a jailbreak. He barely got an arm on him, and this dude is about to get the handoff, or he gonna blow Saquon's head off. Right there. He ain't nowhere to go. He ain't even had a ball in his hands. See, that's the stuff that'll frustrate you, man. Good grief. That's the stuff that'll frustrate you right there. All right, you got 2 at the top. You got a 2x2 set. You got Devontae and Dallas on the bottom. Dallas is up, so he looks like he's about to go in motion. I don't know if that's what he does, but he's looking. So maybe he is. You got your 2 up top, and you got your 1-2 at the bottom. He is outside the numbers. He is outside the numbers, giving yourself some space. So what you can do, that gives you room to maneuver and possibly take this guy out of the play. And that gives you a lot more room in the middle of the field, depending on what route you run. Maybe he's coming in. Maybe he's doing a choice. I don't know. Maybe he's doing the quick slant. That's always a good one. AJ down here, you got plenty. I mean, he's coming down like he's going to blitz. Slant hot. I don't know. What are we going to do? Hand it off. Oh, this guy. Who is that? Who's that? Wait a minute. So he goes across the tackle's face. The tackle just throws him to the right side. That is, I can't tell if that's Dickerson or Toth. It's hard to tell. But watch the center get thrown. Excuse me. So now here's the stuff I talk about. Saquon makes a hell of a move. You should not have to make moves like this behind the line of scrimmage. Sometimes it bees like that. Right? But that's not what you planned for. That's not how you drew it up. The center's got to get the damn block right there. Come on. Get off me, son. Makes a miss. That's what I mean when you make chicken salad out of chicken shit. That's what Saquon did right there. So all these people talking about Saquon can't run the ball no more. It ain't Saquon. It ain't the running back. Golly. Whew. All right, now we in the strong set. Going to the strong right. You got or tackle. You got a tight end up top with AJ. Latu is in a strong right position at fullback. So it looks like we zoning to the right. Pitch. I can live with a pitch. Now, everything looks like it is the way that it is. When you run an I formation, I ran I formation my whole career in college. I formation and ace my whole career in college. So in this particular lineup, I can say I'm pretty much an expert in this. Right? So what you got here, he's coming up. This is Latu's man. Here's the rule. You take him wherever he wants to go. That's the rule. My job as the tailback, I've got the ball in my hands. So I am going to read this block. Your job, fullback, you don't take him inside. You don't take him outside. You take him where you can take him and let me do the work. Let the tailback do the work. And you got him right here. All you got to do, you make the decision. You get your head inside and take him that way, or you get your head outside and you try to hook him. If he gets his head to the outside, you wheel your hips and you try to wall him off. And what is the running back looking for? You're looking for your lead blocker's back. The fullback is going to put his back between the opponent and the ball carrier, which is why he's got to swing his hips and be facing inside. So that defender has to run through the fullback to get to the ball carrier. This is the guy that you got to worry about. Is he going to come across the top and make the tackle? This is Saquon's man. He's unaccounted for. Ain't nobody reaching to get to him. If you do manage to get past him, now you got a safety coming up. Again, that's my man as the tailback. If I get to the second level, I got this. This is why I like stuff to the outside. Watch what happens. I remember this play. Watch what happens. Look at Latu. Where does he want to go? You take him wherever you want to go. He wants to jump outside. You got your head inside and you drive him out. Perfect. Don't worry about me. I will figure it out. That's why you pay me the big bucks. Here's your lane right here. Saquon comes in and he's going to try to bounce it back outside, get to the sideline, and you race it down. That's what he wants to do. Right? But pursuit gets you. He tries to bounce it outside. Here comes 44. He does a cool little spin to the inside. He just doesn't get away with it. That's a good tackle by 4-4. However, so the ball is on the 30-yard line. Pitch outside. This is why I like pitches. You stretch it, stretch it, stretch it, stretch it, stretch it. I'll live with 4.5 to 5 yards. I can live with that. What's the rule? You got to give me 4. You got 4.5. I'm good with that. I'm good with that. What's up, Alex? What I read too is, and thank you for the super chat, Alex. I can't run my super chat animation right now. But what I read too is that Philly, for whatever reason, tend to let the play clock run down before they run the play, and that tends to help the defenses too. Yes, they do. This is the Ray Lewis situation right here. What they do is defenses will hold the blitz or hold their movement, because you see people a lot of movement. They try to time it with the snap. The reason why they do that is because if the offense gets up to the line of scrimmage, Jalen's going to read the defense. Then he might call an audible. So what happens if he calls an audible and then the defense moves again? He's got to call another audible. So the benefit of waiting is if the play clock is winding down, That means the offense does not have enough time to call another play. You got to get the clock off. You got to get the play off. That's why you see Jalen back there clapping. He's trying to get the snap the ball. 3, 2, 1, delay a game. So you hear him back there clapping, but meanwhile, the offensive line, they still trying to figure out where they still pointing and all that kind of stuff. They pointing out their men. So what the defense does, they wait till after the offensive line done pointed everybody out, and then they shift. Because that means the whole offensive line, they got new assignments. Somebody was in the gap. Now they're not in the gap. So does the offensive lineman go one-on-one? Does he reach up to a linebacker? What does he do? So that's the chess match that they're trying to play at the line of scrimmage. That's why it doesn't benefit the offense to wait that long, because that means you stuck. Whatever you call is what you call. Now, if they jump in a different defense with 3 seconds left, you can't adjust to it. That's the chess match. That's where all of those analytics come into play. All of that type of stuff. So you're right, Alex. It does happen a lot of time, but you can't beat that. The only way to beat that is if you come out and you run tempo, because then you dictate what the defense has to do, because you're running, no clock, you're going back at the line. The problem with that is if it doesn't work the way you want it to, you running your receivers and your skill positions ragged. The benefit of that is if it does work the way you want it to, the defense is going to have their tongues hung out because they're going to be tired. So, like that stretch, though. All right, what else we got? Another tight. Look at that formation. Which way you think we running? Which way you think we running the ball? Strong side up top. 1, 2, 3. Here's 4. There's 5. Tailback is 5. So you got 3 on one side. But look at this. 1, 2, 3. They got everybody. We evened up. Now watch what they do. Like I was saying last play, watch how they keep moving before the ball is snapped. Right? So, once again, what does that look like? That's the chess match. What does this defense look like? Right there. Are they in man coverage? Are they in zone? You got that Mike linebacker. Maybe he can tamper back in the middle of the field and provide coverage for the deep middle. You look at down here at the bottom, there's nobody out here. So these guys can come. Right? You got a wild card right here. Although this guy's probably going to drop back a little bit because somebody's got to cover this. Right? He's over the top. He's stacked. He's coming. He's the D edge. He's coming, which means I don't know if he's got 1 or 2. 1 or 2 means AJ, whoever the outside receiver is to that side, is 1, and the slot receiver is 2. So in this one, AJ is 1, and that looks like Granson is 2, right? Because AJ's on the outside. So I would think that this guy, because he's tight to the line of scrimmage, he's got 2 because he's got 1 because he's got a lot more space to work with. Just in case, what happens if AJ comes out and then tries to do a little quick out and up and just go? He's got to be ready for it because he might have to bail to cover AJ. But of course, these are all run plays, so they don't know that. There you go. So what are you looking at? First problem. What's the first problem? You see it? I see it. Got him dead to rights. Miss. Negative on this play. Again, Look at the position. Look at the body lean. He's getting pushed that way. So it looks like my man, the nose tackle, because I think that's Dickerson. He's playing center again. And I don't know. His body just does not look like he's in a good spot right now. Nope. That's Lane Johnson. My bad. That's Lane Johnson right here. That's Tyler Steen. That's still Jurgens, Dickerson, Mailata. And you got, I don't know who this is that's lined up at tight end, but you got an offensive lineman. So you got an overload on one side because you got guard, tackle. Here's your guard. Here's Lane Johnson, and then you got another tackle. So I don't know if he's eligible or if you just got him overloaded on one side. He might be eligible. It's hard to, because he looks like he's on the line of scrimmage. I mean, he's back, but let's see what they do. Good move. Good move. That's Saquon earning his money. Chicken salad out of chicken shit. Remember, here's your line of scrimmage. There's your line of scrimmage right there. So you already got to make a move behind the line of scrimmage. Saquon makes the guy miss. Boop. Turns it into a big game. That's a good run by Saquon. Chicken salad out of chicken shit. That's Fred. That's Fred Johnson playing tight end. All right, we're gonna do one more play, then we're gonna call it. One more play. AJ's on the bottom. Dallas Goedert is right here. Here's AJ. You got Slim right here. Here's AJ. This is Dallas. This is Latu. And this is Saquon. So which way you think they're going? They should be going to the left because 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the running backs, man. But you got a fullback right here, so that's 5. So we got this block. We should have this block. 5 on 5 to the live side. Pitch. Looks good. Looks good. Look at the line of scrimmage for once. Look at the line of scrimmage for once. That's the line of scrimmage. Watch what happens when Saquon has the ball in his hands. Everybody's in front of the line of scrimmage going forward. That's what we want to see. That's exactly what we want to see. Everybody's engaged. Somebody might try to reach up, not sure. What you got on you, AJ? Okay, AJ is pressing that edge, that wide 9 technique to the inside. AJ can't let him go outside of him, so he crashes to the inside, and he gets his hands on him. Right there, he takes a step out, and he walls him off. Latu's coming around here, so I don't know if he's going to try to sneak inside or is he going to stay outside and take this guy right here. Latu stays outside. All right. It was good until it wasn't. AJ, I need you to keep that block, bro. Saquon dips around him. So AJ gets enough on him so he doesn't make the tackle. But we can't get through there. We can't get through there. Whose man is that? Oh, don't tell me. Left guard. Watch the left guard. Watch this man right here. Watch the left guard right there. That's him. Watch what happens. Watch his man. Watch this guy right here. Watch that tackle. Watch what he does. That's a great play by that tackle. He went parallel to the line of scrimmage all the way down and made the play. Tight end can't keep the block. Dallas Goedert. Come on, come on, come on. You just our tight ends just, oh my God. Watch Dallas Goedert right here. His guy makes the tackle. Lord have mercy. All right, we got one more play. We another gun formation, 2 up, 2 down, handoff. Nothing doing. Nothing doing. Jeez, oh Pete. Man. Handoff right there. Now, it looks like, but Saquon's eyes, you can tell his eyes are right here. It looks like he may have had something straight up. But that again, that's on this play, I think Saquon is going where it's designed to go. And it looks like he's got a nice, decent exit strategy right here. It all depends on what this edge does. Is he going to crash back inside? Nope, he stalemates him. And then the center, is that Tyler Steen in the center? Oof. Look at the center. Who's that? That got driven backwards. Damn. Yeah. That's it. We'll stop right there, though. That's enough. Oh my God. That's the way it goes, man. That's the way it goes. So it's not Saquon. It's not AJ. It's not Jalen. Now they each all have some fault in what's going on, but for the most part, we are losing games in the trenches. Y'all have heard me say that before. We have lost games in the trenches. All right, I'm out of my telestrator now, so I can shout out to Alex for the super chat.
Super chat.
Shout out to Alex for the super chat. Yeah, it's a lot of the as I see it, the problems are the center and the left guard just being consistent. They're hurt. But when you step up on that field, you got to live up to expectations. Period. Big eye in the sky don't lie. If they thought enough for you to put you on the field, they think enough for you to perform. So, Landon Dickinson is out till after the bye, so hopefully we will get some good news and we will get some people healed up after the bye, and we can really make a run for this thing because then we at the back half of the season. It's gone fast, hadn't it? So we're gonna be at the back half of the season again, trying to grind for a spot, win the NFC East, and get that first week bye in the playoffs. If the Eagles can put this shit together in the second half of the year, man, we are going to be so dangerous because not only will we start getting in the rhythm of running the ball, then you got the aura of that's the team you really don't want to play if you got to get to the playoffs. If you need a win to get to the playoffs, you don't want to come through Philadelphia. But we got to get to that point first. We got to get to that point. And the blocking that we've been having, I need to see Pryor. I need to see what's the young kid that we just signed from the Rams, the kid that's like 5'10", that be throwing folks around. That kid, put him in there. What's the worst that can happen? Hopefully he can snap a shotgun snap, but we got to make a move because it's not working. And we are getting turnstile at center and turnstile at guard. That's why we're getting our head beats in. That's why Saquon can't get no more than 30, 40 yards a game. He have a couple flashes, couple times he'll make somebody miss just to get a 3 or 4 yard gain. But you saw this game, he had I think 2 or 3 long runs over 10 yards. Kind of still one step away from breaking a long one, but it's going to happen. It's going to happen. So we just got to be ready for it. We got to be blocking better. And we got to step that part of our game up. Everything else is clicking. Defense is clicking. AJ Brown's been doing AJ Brown things. Devontae Smith has been on the warpath. So we got to keep on grinding, keep on getting better at that line of scrimmage so we can flip this around and we can start beating teams in the trenches because that's what the problem is. So I'm going to get up out of here, man. Glad I got a chance to watch some film with you guys. Told you, man, there's layers to this. It's layers to this. It's not just one-sided. It's not just this guy sucks, that guy sucks. There's a lot of moving pieces. It's a lot of moving pieces. That's why it's supremely difficult to make it back to the Super Bowl. It's hard enough to just win it. So you got to be extra good if you think you're going to make it back. However, if we can get this run game together, come playoff time, we will have secured our spot as the NFC champions. We get the bye week because Lord knows we're going to need another bye week. And then we can make our true run at a second title. So we'll see what's going to happen, man. But I'm going to get up out of here, man. I appreciate everybody in the chat. Everybody. Darth Panda, Abidazad, who was that? Mr. Ralph Florian. I think I saw Tiffany up there. Shout out to you, Tiff. Shout out to you, Nina. 63 Mortis. Yo, Mortis, it's homecoming weekend, isn't it? I saw on Facebook a lot of my frat brothers was down there. I guess the game is this weekend, so homecoming starts tonight. So it's probably a lot of people down there. Parking lot's probably full. People got their campers camping out. So shout out to my frat A5A down there at Eastern Kentucky. Hold down the light. Hopefully, Big E can get a win. So yeah, man. Everybody in the chat, appreciate you. I'm gonna get up out of here. My wife cooked some meat and noodles, and she be doctoring it up with some like garlic potatoes and peas, and man, it's bomb. So I don't know how they had me 2 bowls. I'm about to have me 2 more. But I'm gonna get up out of here. Me and Tone come back at you 10:30 on Sunday. And then next Tuesday, don't forget, next Tuesday, me and Tone, 7 o'clock. Barrett Brooks is our guest. So reached out to Barrett. He said he could do it, so we're going to have some fun, man. So hopefully the run game will get started this weekend, and we'll put the kibosh on that rookie quarterback. All right? I'm going to get up out of here. Peace to everybody in the chat. Go Birds.